Love's the warmth we hold in a sea of doubt. Love will find us out. Oh, love, 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 it's the only way. Oh, love, 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 let it lead the way. In a world so cold, love's the warmth we hold in a sea of doubt. Love will find us out. Oh, love, 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 it's the only way. Oh, love, 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 let it lead the way. Hearts beat as one underneath the sun. Love's melody sets our spirits free. Oh, love, 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 it's the only way. Oh, love, 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 let it lead the way. I feel it in the sound of freedom. I can hear the sound of a revolution. I can feel the ground shaking. The winds of a change coming, coming. Sound of freedom, oh so loud. Revolution in the crowd. Shaking ground, winds of change. Feel it all rearrange. Voices rising, hearts beating, hope in the air, never retreating. A new day dawning, colors bright, embracing the change, feeling right. Sound of freedom, oh so loud. Revolution in the crowd. Shaking ground, winds of change. Feel it all rearrange. Break the chains, break the mold, embrace the future, bold and bold. Stand together, hand in hand, united we rise across the land. Sound of freedom, oh so loud. Revolution in the crowd. Shaking ground, winds of change. Feel it all rearrange. Break the chains, break the mold, embrace the future, bold and bold. Stand together, hand in hand, united we rise across the land. Sound of freedom, oh so loud. Revolution in the crowd. Shaking ground, winds of change. Feel it all rearrange. Never give up, never give in. We fight for freedom. We fight for America. We fight for the America. We fight for the American dream. No more will we waver. No more will we take it on the cheap.
are a few reasons to support DC Intel. 1. Timely updates. Get the latest breaking news and intelligence updates as they happen. 2. Reliable information. Depend on us for accurate and credible news sources. 3. Insightful analysis. Gain deeper understanding with our expert analysis and comprehensive coverage. 4. Community engagement. Join a community of informed and engaged individuals who care about current events. 5. Transparency. We are committed to transparency in all our reporting, helping you to see the bigger picture. 6. Convenience. Stay informed on the go with easy access to updates through our social media platforms. Supporting DC Intel means staying informed and connected with the news that impacts our nation.
We would like to invite you to become a DC Guardian. A Guardian is someone who supports us with a gift of $10 a month. And you will also receive a beautiful DC decal so you can post your support. And also you will get email updates for Guardians only. Plus special discounts on products and functions and conferences to come. Please click on the donate button on our eiobn.com website to support. Once again, on behalf of the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network, thank you.
Yet, that whether we are black or brown or white, we all bleed the same red blood of patriots. We all enjoy the same glorious freedoms, and we all salute the same great American flag. And whether a child is born in the urban sprawl of Detroit or the windswept plains of Nebraska, they look up at the same night sky, they fill their heart with the same dreams, and they are infused with the breath of life by the same almighty Creator. So to all Americans, in every city near and far, small and large, from mountain to mountain, from ocean to ocean, hear these words: you will never be ignored again. Your voice, your hopes, and your dreams will define our American destiny. And your courage and goodness and love will forever guide us along the way.
It is Monday, and great happy Monday to you from the EIOBN.com. That's our website, but the EIOBN Network Studios, and great day to be alive, great day to be ready for the next step. And what is the next step? I'll tell you what the next step is. Next step is we're about to have a new president, and cannot come soon enough, cannot come quick enough. Well, we need him here. And grateful for everyone that has tuned in. And I'm going to try to do as quick as possible. I'm just going to say this. Today I was going to go through, and I do a roll call. And I have so much information and so little time, because I know everybody, you're listening, some of you at work, home, on your jobs, whatever you're doing. And I know we go over quite a bit and on time, and I hate to do this, but we just need to do this today. Let's see here. I'm making sure here. Got the moderators in there. Good deal. And I'm just going to hit the ground running here today, if that's okay with you. If it offends you, I'm so sorry. Don't mean to offend you, but got to do what we got to do. But anywho, thank you for everyone that's tuning in. It's a great day to be alive. Okay, so first things first. Wow. There's nothing being done. We see, and I keep saying it over and over because that's the main thing. Well, let me start here first. The newsletters went out this last weekend. There were several. I was told that there were several that were kicked back because of bad email addresses that were sent. So if you did not get your newsletter emailed to you, you need to email just go to dc@eiobn.com and make sure you're specific and correct on your stuff. Because if you're not getting it, it's because of that. Anyway, that. And also, I hope the moderators have already said it. Yeah. We're not discussing other podcasters or anybody like that today, and appreciate you guys cooperating with that. That's great news. Anyways, another thing is if Sarge, if you're listening, or if someone from his channel is listening today, email me, dc@eiobn.com. I want to get with you. You've been listening to your content, love your stuff. I love pairing up with people. Well, not necessarily pairing up, but, come alongside people that do the same thing and have the same mindset and the same purpose to see America great. Okay, as you didn't know, we're 10 hours, 50 minutes, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14 seconds away now from the election. There has been early voting, and the early voting, the numbers just keep going crazy, just crazy. You have, of course, you're going to have your mainstream media, oh, this is this, and people panicking. Well, and they'll email me, DC, this is what I'm seeing, and oh, I'm scared, and we do not operate in fear. Okay, that's the whole message of this show too, is that we must remain calm and positive and hopeful and with faith, people with faith, and not be worrying about what they say is going on in the media. Who are they, right? Who are they? They are people that we don't care about and don't trust. But anyways, voter fraud is going on. It is going on. And so before you get worried, oh my gosh, oh, it's going to be the last. It is not going to be. It is not going to be that, like you're thinking. Oh my God, if there's fraud, if there's one bit of fraud, listen, I have said it over and over. I've been preparing you all for 3.5 months that don't be surprised if they're not going to be trying to do voter fraud. Don't be surprised if because they can never win the right way. The Democratic Party can never do that. They're always about making raw deals, and if you don't go with the deal, then you're Hillaryized. And so, but there's a lot of things. So actually about 4 or 5 hours ago, Maricopa County has confirmed that they have received up to 90,000 voter registration forms from a third-party group on the registration deadline day, and an estimated 30 to 40,000 forms were incomplete or damaged up. Yes, this is being investigated as voter fraud. But here's the thing, just like 2020, I'm assuming that this is kind of probably what happened a little bit, well, more than a little bit, a lot. But the thing is this, we caught them red-handed. Now, before you go, I want to see them arrested right now, and I want to see it ain't going to happen. You're not going to see them on the news doing the perp walk and all that stuff. That's not how it works. But anybody that has been involved in any kind of tampering of the election or the election results does not come under civil law. They are going to be judged by military law now. And what I'm giving you today, I know there will be a lot of people that want to question it, and keyboard warriors will come out. I get it. Does not faze me. And does not faze me at all. Keyboard warriors will come. Trust me, I've got it all. Here's the thing. If you're going to do something like that, I automatically look when someone says something. I always look and see how many followers they have, if they have any content, if they have any video, if they have any of that. And if they don't, I just go, okay, they're douchebag, forget it. And I move on from it. And then there's some that are just dumb as an ox that will send me messages and forget that they are still logged in to their church Rumble account. No lie. Had a pastor yesterday send me some stuff, thinking he was going to be, catching me up in something or saying something snide to me. But that old bat forgot to log out of his church Rumble account. And so when he sends all this stuff to me, he sends it from the church Rumble account. And he is the pastor of that church. And I'm dealing with it. It's all good. But it's just, it's funny how people want their voice to be heard, but they want us, I want to correct this person for what I think is the truth and what I believe is the truth. But I'm going to have an account that has no followers and no content and no picture. That's a dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. And yeah. So I went on and I looked at this Baptist church yesterday. I looked at their service and I thought, well, judging from their service, he probably has the most excitement that he's had has been reaching out to me. Because from what it looks like they're all dried up. But anywho, so yeah, you get those people. I don't care. I let them go. But tomorrow, you're going to hear a ton of intel, a ton of different intel within the next 24 hours. Well, the next 24 hours. You'll hear it. 48 hours, you're going to hear it. All kinds of mixed stuff. I'm not shooting down anybody. I am on my platform, and that's what I do. I stay in my lane, I do my thing, and that's what I do. But you're going to hear all kinds of different things. You're going to hear the doom, the gloom, the negativity of it, all this. And we must remain, one, prayerful. I know there's a lot of people that's doing prayer deals and all that, and that's fantastic. Keep it up. Pat on the back to you. Keep it up. And that's not sarcasm. I'm being serious. God bless you. But you're going to hear people saying, oh my gosh, this is what's happening. And I keep seeing it over and over and over, and it's starting to really bug me on all kinds of different, mostly TikTok. But we just can't wait for the EBS. Well, I just can't wait for this. It's going to take the EBS to do this. It's going to take. Can I just tell you something? If EBS, y'all want it so bad, I keep saying it's not going to be what you think. Let's just say you want everything that you've heard over the past 3.5 years, 4 years, with the emergency broadcast system going off. And when it goes off, we're going to be in 10 days of darkness. And then banks are shutting down. And then when we come back up, everything's going to be back by the cold. And it's going to be, just all this crazy. All of our debt's going to be wiped. That would be great. But if EBS goes off, and I've seen it just earlier today, I wish EBS would hurry up and happen and get this over with. You better rethink what you're talking about. You better rethink it. Because it ain't going to be, hey, we're under martial law and I'm just running down to the store. No, you won't. The hell you will. No, you won't. It'll be worse than what it was when COVID was going on. So that's why I'm saying don't be so quick to pull the trigger on, hey, we want to see EBS, because that's just really kind of crazy. The second part is this. I believe if we got to that point, let's just say during the next couple of days. Let's just say. I didn't say that's going to happen. So don't everybody run and go, well, so-and-so said it's going to happen or it didn't happen. Don't do that. You got to listen to, and the other thing is this, is people that make assumptions off of one video or one radio show that we do and then run with it. They don't have all the truth because they don't know what we've taught, or not taught, but just talked about up until this point and given facts about the things up until these points. So you have to kind of go back and listen to more things than just one show and then make a judgment on the whole thing. But if we were to see something like that, I do not believe it would be the no. I think you would probably see something a little bit different, more like Space Force, or something a little different than what you think you're going to see. And this is what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot of negativity floating around. A lot of it. And if you're going to stay tuned to the mainstream media, I don't know how it's possible, but find one of the lesser of the evils and watch that one. Because you're going to get all kinds of crazy stuff. I've been following polls and I've been following a lot of different things that aren't just propaganda. It's just not. And the as of yesterday, I have not checked on it yet because I've been very busy. But as of yesterday, in the swing states, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, and even Pennsylvania, Trump is leading just by the votes that's come in so far. I have, and something I saw was really fun. I have a really strong suspicion. They said Ronald Reagan could never do it. Said he could never do it. And there was only like, what was it? Minnesota, I think is what it was. It was Minnesota. That was the only one that was blue. And D.C., I'm sorry, Washington, D.C., that was the other one. There's the only two that were blue. Everything else was red. History repeats itself. It's proven over and over. I really believe, when you can't hear the sound, that means I've stopped talking. That's what that means. I believe we're going to see a complete repeat of history. Once the voting's done, once it starts coming together, it is going to be so disappointing to a lot of people. To a lot of people, it's going to be very disappointing because their hopes are, oh well, we just want. Some people just want a bloodbath. Some people just want to see controversy. Some people just want to gripe and complain and never do nothing, but always have the answer for the world. It's like that in church. Those who know what's best for church never go to church. And those that know what's best for who needs to hold positions in church don't go to church. Because they say, I don't go to church because I was hurt by church. But I know all the answers for church. It's the same with our country. Everybody's got all the answers that's going to fix everything. But nobody wants to stand up and really do anything about, I couldn't do that. Well, then be quiet. But I believe we're going to see history happen again. I really do. Now you can say, well, I've heard this, DC. Well, good for you. I've heard it all too. But I still believe it's going to be so disappointing for the Democratic Party. And I know, I don't know for the fact, but I truly believe they already know that. They already know their goose is cooked. They already know that they're no longer worried about whether Kamala is going to win or not. They're worried about how they're going to try to decertify Trump. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. How can I be so sure? Because I know I'll get that. Well, how you be so sure? Yeah, let me say it. How you be so sure? You racist? Somebody called me a racist the other day, too. I said, I'm not a racist. I'm just saying the stuff that y'all say. Then they come back and says, what do you mean, y'all? I said, well, do you really want me to become that blunt? Because I will. But it's going to really offend you, and then you'll really say I'm a racist. But it's those people. Something I saw that was pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of this person, but it was, James Wood. He posted something. Says it's funny how they can tabulate votes. Of course, CNN is already projecting. They've already got all the race alert, key race alert. Breaking news. The only thing breaking is the news. They're breaking into a million pieces, and they're going to continue to crumble around the American people and around the message of patriotism and making America great. That's what's going to happen. But he made a statement, says it's funny how they can tabulate, whoever they are, whoever they crowd is, can tabulate the election before the election day. But they can't get a total for the weeks in states that are losing after the election day. Ain't that amazing? Before the election, they can project, this is going to happen. This is the numbers. This is what's going to be. It's going to be a swing for her. It's going to be but then after the election, it takes them a year, 2 years, however long. Well, it used to until the Supreme Court did what they did last week. Now it ain't possible. That's what I'm saying. The noose, I'm saying it. The noose that the Democratic Party has set up to strangle the Make America Great crowd, patriots, Trumpers, whatever you want to call it, Republicans, it is going to turn around and they're going to hang themselves. Literally, too. And because what it is of course, it was in Texas. They were saying Kamala Harris was 51.8% and Trump was 45.7%. Now, these have changed since then. So don't anybody come on my chat and go, well, you said it was this, and I just checked 5 minutes ago, and it's different. I mean, it's going to change all the time, and it's going to change between stations that you watch. But something I saw was kind of cool. Is you've got, as of yesterday, Arizona, Trump is up 6.8%. Nevada, Trump is up 5.5%. North Carolina, he's up 3.6%. Georgia, 1.8%. Pennsylvania, 1.7%. Michigan, 1.5%. And Wisconsin, 1.3%. We're going to see the map change to red. We're just going to. Caitlyn Jenner. That one. Bruce Jenner that turned into Caitlyn. That deal. And I don't follow her, but I just happen to see this because Scott Nate says, I voted even in a blue California state. And believe it or not, California has way more far Trumpers and Trump supporters than you could ever imagine. No matter how blue you think the state is, you're going to be surprised. And of course, then he, she, they, it, them, whatever, shows them where they took a picture and it was Donald Trump. It's amazing how that name, Donald Trump, it used to be in church, in the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. And then in public now, it's in the name of Donald Trump, I rebuke you. Wow, he said Donald Trump. Hang him now, he said Donald Trump. Hang him. He needs to be hung for saying that nasty word. He's a racist. Speaking of racist, I put it on my TikTok earlier so you could see it. But you have a pastor in Birmingham, Alabama. I will play this, and we'll play it. I'll let you hear a little bit, and then after you hear all this, then DC's going to light this pastor up like white on rice.
New Era Baptist Church Pastor Michael Jordan and 180 Church Senior Pastor Lorenzo Sewell. Gentlemen, it's great to have you both on the show. Pastor Jordan, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. I want to put these up on the screen if I can. These are some of the billboards that you put up at your church. One of them says, quote here, warning, African Americans, a vote for Trump will put black folks back to picking cotton. That's one of them. And you also had this one, sir. Attention to all blacks who plan to vote for Trump. You are an ignorant, stupid Negro. Why would you do that, sir? What's the motivation here?
Well, sir, here it is. We have...
Okay. Well, so here it is. I swear I thought that was Jamal Bryant when he started talking. If you're going to be on mainstream news, act like you have, first of all, some smarts about you. Try to be educated, because your suit don't make you look educated. You look like a pimp. Look like a pimp. And anyway, so this pastor, and I posted on our TikTok, New Era Baptist Church. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. That's on his sign. Michael Jordan. Boy, he really wished he was Michael Jordan. But anyway, he says, attention to all blacks who vote for Trump, who plan to vote for Trump. I'm sorry. You are an ignorant, stupid Negro. And I know, I get people saying, I did. I had somebody the other day, one of my friends said, oh gosh, that's pretty strong what you're saying. Well, I'm just repeating what these people are saying. And I don't give a crap what they think. It's my daggone show. They can call me a racist all they want. I don't give a crap. It's the truth. These guys here, this Michael Jordan, he needs to be put in the Negro Hall of Fame with Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and Roland, what is his name? Roland whatever, that big old fat dude now. Looks like a freaking Whopper head. You know, it looks like a Whopper, his head does. These are all amazing racists, along with Obama and Jamal Bryant and all these guys. They're all amazing racists, is what they are. And not only that, they indoctrinate this crap into their people. And then you wonder why we have a problem in America. Oh, yeah, you have white pastors that do the same thing. But you know what? Let's call them out and let's put it out there. But this New Era Baptist Church, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Hosea, well, let me say it like him. My people, they perish for the lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. And he goes on to say, warning African Americans, a vote for Trump will put black folks back to picking cotton. Man, what a message of hope he gives. And then he goes on to a different and I've got all these different sayings that he says. He says, blame racist Republicans and Donald Trump for the mass murder of blacks in Buffalo. What the heck is this dude even doing behind a podium? What is he doing? I mean, seriously. This is probably somebody that was always a storefront place and then finally got a couple dumb people to back him and got him a building and did something. Then he's got Kyle Rittenhouse, white skin, sent him home. Well, then the next one he put up, this is like on his freaking marquee sign in front of his church. New Era Baptist Church. White preachers are scared, racist cowards. Okay. I told you, I'm going to light him up like white on rice. So get ready. I'm going to play one more thing here. Now, this is of a smart, educated African-American pastor.
African-American in here, don't you be afraid to lose your barbecue card. Don't you be afraid to lose your black card. Lift up your kingdom card. Lift up your Jesus card. On Christ the solid rock we stand. All other grounds are sinking. So what can we do? Vote. What can we do? Go to your church and don't be a puppet, but be a prophet and tell your church, vote for religious freedom. Vote to protect babies. Vote to protect America. Vote to defend Israel. Stand up and vote. The day of cowards are over. The day of fake folk in the pulpit are over. Those jokers speaking for the black community don't represent me. The word of God represents my stand. I will not bend. I will not bow. I will not break. I will not burn. Vote, vote, vote.
All right, there you heard it. Powerful, very powerful. And I mean, it's just powerful. So, see, we do have hope in America. We do have a couple smart ones out there. This show is not to be about race unless you make it about race. And when you are, think of this. If it was a white preacher and he was saying, attention to all whites who plan to vote for Kamala, you are stupid, an ignorant, stupid cracker. And he went on and on and on and on and on. If he did that in America, oh my gosh, people be outraged. Or say this, say a white pastor said this, attention to all blacks who plan to vote for Trump. You are an ignorant, stupid Negro. Now, that's exactly what this pastor is putting on his marquee. So I'm just reading it, so don't get your panties in a wad with me. Michael Jordan, Birmingham, Alabama. See, it's a double standard. It's a double standard. And the preacher that I just played you, he had it right. These people are so scared to death to trade in their barbecue card. The barbecue card or the racist card or the victim card. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me how uneducated some people can be, because they will turn around and they will use that victim card about racism, about slavery, and nor them nor their grandma or their grandpa that had to go through that. You have a new generation that's being raised underneath this kind of hatred of this pastor in Birmingham. And trust me, if it was a white pastor, I'd light him up too. Because this is what we don't need in America. This is why there is still segregation. Because some people still make it their mission not to preach the truth of the gospel of Christ, but to push the race card as quick as they can and as far as they can, because they just build their careers off the backs of people. People that are trying to get ahead in life. Maybe they're from the projects. Maybe they're just low-income families. But they poise to look at those people. Oh, you're a man of God. You just need to be trained, and you need to be faithful in your offerings and your giving, and you need to be sowing more seed. And even though your family don't have food, even though your family don't have food, you make sure you give me that money, because I got a payment to make on my Mercedes or my Benz or my Bentley. There we go. And I got to live in my big old home because, the preacher, he's the priest. He's the priest. And by being the priest, that means you're the underdog. And the underdog has to pay for everything, including my toilet paper. Get a daggone job. So anyways, this pastor is completely racist and ignorant. Ignorant. Oh, but you can't say that, DC. I just did. Wow. Not only is he ignorant. If I was black, I'd get down and kick his black butt. I say, bro, you need to shut your trap. I mean, seriously, you need to stop this. What happened to being? We want to build a bridge. We want to build a bridge between the races. How can you? How can you? Can't, because he's uneducated. He's unknowledgeable. He's untaught. He's unschooled. He's untutored. He's untrained. He's illiterate. He's unlettered. He's unlearned. He's unread. He's uninformed. He's unenlightened. He's unscholarly. He's unqualified. He's backwards. He's inexperienced. He's unworldly. He's unsophisticated. He's unintelligent. He's stupid. He's simple. He's empty-headed. He's mindless. He's pig-ignorant. He's thick-headed, airheaded, dense, dumb, dim, dopey, wet behind the ears, slow to the uptake, dead from the neck up, a brick short of a load. He's dozy. He's divey. He's daft. He's not the full shilling there, and he's as thick as two pork planks, and he's a chowderhead, and he's a dumbass. That's what he is. He's unaware. He's unconscious. He's insensible. He's unfamiliar with how things work in America. He's unacquainted with the true heartbeat of America. That's what he is. He's experienced. He's inexperienced in dealing with multiple races, because he wants to pull the race card and call his own people Negroes, insult people. Insult. I don't walk around calling my friend, "Hey, honky, what's up, cracker?" I don't do all that stuff. I'll tell you what he is. He is blind to what's going on in America. He's oblivious. He is not innocent at all. He's a stranger to the truth. He's uninformed about the true patriot message, or the Make America Great message. Do you understand, Mr. Black African American pastor Michael Jackson in Birmingham, Alabama, at your new crap church, that it is the patriotic dream, and the Make America Great is not just a white dream? Make America Great is not a Trump. Make America Great means everyone coming together and making our community stronger and better and greater. That's what that means, you unintelligent piece of turd. That's because he's a stranger. Because he is one of those that's a charlotte. He's one of those that preaches his own message, and his message is of hate. And it just takes people like me. And I know people will probably send me stuff, "Oh, you're a hate man, you're racist." I don't care. I just have the balls to say what America wants to say. We're sick and tired of that crap. But you're very uninformed. You're unenlightened. You're unschooled. You are clueless about things. You're always in the dark. "Oh, gosh, he said dark. Don't say that, DC, because he's black." Well, I said it, Mr. Dark. Don't have the faintest clue about what's going on. He's strange to people. And here's the bottom line. He's rude. He's impolite. He's ill-mannered. He's bad-mannered. He's unmannerly. He's ungracious. He's discourteous. He's insensitive. He's uncivil. He's ill-human. He's surly. He's boorish. Loudish. He's crude. He's coarse. He's vulgar. He's gross. That, my friend, is what's wrong with America. You have the audacity to, one, put racial slogans up on your marquee. You are exactly what you accuse people to be. I'm going to say it. So buckle up, America. You are the Negro. The term Negro is the old-fashioned, and it's an old-fashioned word, and it's often offensive term used to refer to a person that is black or African-American ancestry. This show isn't about black and white, but it's about calling out people like you that try to separate the blacks and the whites. It's about bringing eyes and ears back to America. That heartbeat that says, you know what, your racism is bullcrap. Your racism isn't needed. In the 1960s, when that term was like, "Hey, this is unacceptable. Get it out of here. We don't need that." And then it was replaced with the word African American, black or African American. It's amazing. These people will get so mad. So mad. If I went in there and says, man, I wouldn't go to some of these colleges. I would go to a white college. I wouldn't go to that one, the United Negro College Fund, that one they put together, the Negro College Fund. Seriously, that don't offend the black community. But you got people like this guy that go, oh, well, that's where we come from. We just got to continue. See, that's your problem. That is your problem right there. You may come, I don't care what background you are, white, black, yellow, Japanese, Chinese, dirty knees. I don't give a crap. I don't care if you came from the biggest slums in the world. I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because we have a choice to make not only America great, but make ourselves better, make ourselves greater. And we choose not to, but we choose to point the finger and bitch at somebody else and say, you know what, it's them that kept us down. No, my friend, it's you and your ignorance that has kept us down. And that is the truth. And those are the type of people that are so dumb that will turn around and go, come on, with black, I'm voting for her. Seriously. Anyway, that was my rant. Told you I was going to light him up because I don't appreciate that. Well, what dog do you have in this fight, DC? You don't have a dog in this fight. Yeah, I do. I really do. I really do. I have a lot of friends that are African American. Great people. Great people. Some of the best people I've ever known. Anytime I've been in a jam, I call them, boom, they're right there. 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, whatever. They're there. And then there's others. Some of my white friends will be like, man, I'm sleeping, man. I ain't getting up. Goes all through me. I have a dog in this fight. Trust me. I do. And it's offensive. And I have every right to say exactly what I just said. I do. Anyway, on to the next thing. Biden, good old Biden, and all of his stuff. I mean, he's been on a roll, a good roll. When I say a good roll, I'm saying, yeah, he's taunting those within around the White House on his lawn. Plus, also he has, he gives his harsh words to Trump and his supporters. Let's play this.
There's one more thing Trump and his Republican friends want to do. They want another giant tax cut for the wealthy. Now, I know some of you guys are tempted to think it's macho guy. I'll tell you what, man. These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass.
I hate to say it, but it sounds like he's been to a Diddy party. Yeah. Biden. You know why they really get, you would think that he would be excited that if that was true that Trump was trying to make big tax cuts for the wealthy, you think he would like that because he's built his fortunes off of the backs of the people and has been a racist openly. And black communities still vote for him. Same thing with Kamala. Kamala don't give a rat's ass about them. You wait till this election's over. When she goes home with her tucked tail and Tampon Tim takes his supplies back home to pass out to the restrooms in his area. It's another thing. I am to the point. Now, I know people get mad and go, oh, but the Secret Service will be on your doorstep for threatening. I ain't threatening nobody. I'm telling you what I would do. If that old bat was in my face and said he would slap me, I'd be bring it on, you old bat. I'm not beyond beating an old man's ass, especially after what you've done to the country. I'm not beyond defending myself. I don't care who you are and what seat you're sitting in. You put your hands on me, you're going to have a serious problem. I put it on the TikTok, New York City. Got some great things going on there, just great things. You got a migrant that's walking down the street with a stick or a pole or something, buck naked, just buck naked, running around chasing this woman down the street, one. Then he runs out in the middle of traffic, with everything exposed. He's a short little guy, is all I can say. And oh God, oh my God, Jesus. Anyway, he's a little tiny guy, like height, tall. Oh my God. Oh, you know what kind of emails I'll get now? I cannot believe you were deleting that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he's a small little dude running up around New York, buck naked, beating on the tables when people's eating, throwing their stuff off the table. I have never seen so many people in America that have sorry, I keep thinking this that have really taken really taken a lot of crap and sat down. Think of this. We have been sitting here. I mean, you think of it, you got New York that's been the most rudest place that there is. I mean, seriously. You couldn't even smart off to a taxi cab driver several years ago. I don't know what it is like now because I don't go there. Not unless I'm needed to. But like New York City is what I'm saying. Where somebody goes in and goes, "Oh, I thought you were from New York." Anyway, but you have people. One guy laying on the street last week we talked about. We played him saying that he was there. He was there to kill the babies. But yet we go, "Oh, wow. So this is horrible. Someone call the police." You got to call the police after you take care of business. That's what you do. And then you go, I don't know how they fell off that bench. I have no clue. Only thing I know is he's been ranting and raving about wanting to kill little kids. And then now you got this other one. I think New York City has had a good dose of migrant treatment. And it shocks me that New Yorkers will sit there and take it. And I'll tell you why. Because New Yorkers have been stripped of rights and they're scared to death to do anything now. Not to each other, but to the migrants. Scared to death. Because if they do something towards them, oh my gosh, it's horrible. Horrible. But yeah, you got, I'm going to call him, what am I going to call him? What can I call this migrant guy that's running naked? We'll call him Little Richard. Little Richard here. Little Richard. Oh my God. And no, I'm not saying that because he's got dark skin. Jesus. But it is pretty daggone funny. Something that Donald Trump has said, I played it for you before. I'm going to play it for you again. I love what he says here. And it's old, so before anyone goes, "Oh, but I don't know," we already know that. Thanks for coming from Club.
Listen to this. Trump is getting tired of it.
All right, here we go.
She's taking him in, and then I have to sit there and listen to her bullshit last night.
And that has been America, really, for the last several months, having to listen to her bull crap, listen to her stupid stuff. But you know what? But then you have Big Ball McGraw come out, and he says,
"There's one more thing.
Yeah.
His Republican friends want to do. They want another giant tax cut for the wealthy. Now, I know some of you guys are tempted to think it's macho guy. I'll tell you what, man. These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass."
Oh, like I said, he's a ditty boy. Big Ball McGraw there, Biden. He probably can't even walk. They dragged it around. But anyways, let's see here. More stuff. You got the white supremacist Richard Spencer that has officially endorsed Kamala. Can you imagine if he would have endorsed Trump? How much he would be on the news? How many times have you heard that on the news? Those you mainstream media people. What do you think of that? Oh, but it's okay because it's Kamala. And this was actually November the 2nd when they did this. But where the United States' most foremost white supremacist is urging all of his followers to support Vice President Harris. But no one says nothing. No one says nothing about that because she's the chosen child, people. The chosen child. And can't say nothing about her. Just can't say nothing about her because she's perfect. She's great. One of the other things I saw, absolutely, this is something that I would do. Okay? This is something that DC would do. Kamala Harris supporters that have been displaying their yard signs are now receiving notices warning them about illegal immigrants potentially moving into their homes. And it's a true story. It's actually like a little postcard. It says, "Thank you for supporting Kamala. We are so appreciative of you putting out a yard sign, but now we need your continued help. We will be moving a family of 2 from the country of Nicaragua into your home on 10/30/24. They will need food, toiletries, transportation, and thank you so much." And it's amazing. They don't like this. The Kamala Harris supporters do not like this. But yet these are the same ones that we've been crying, going, "Hey, got to be open, y'all. On DC, have a heart. You've been so ruthless on all these migrants. You've been so horrible. These people need a home." Okay. What's your point? I need $1 million. Right? What's your point? But they've come here for such a long way for America to help them. Mm-hmm. So I work by the sweat of my brow, and along with other Americans that do the same thing. Yeah, you do have those that bag on the system and want to tag on that, make a living out of that. But gosh, don't send them to my house. I'm not going to like the way they smell. And from what I've seen on the news, they don't like the kind of food that they get at their homeless shelters. It's not what they need. And by God, I'm a cat lover. I have 3 kitty cats. Well, I'm sorry. I have three fur balls and 1 doggy. And by God, if they come in there and I didn't have their special food, they'll all would eat my cat. Congratulations. Someone got a dose of their own medicine. That right there is something that I would do. I'd make up postcards and send them to people like that. I'd do it just to make them shit their pants. All right. So anyways, you got that. There are so many things going on. There's another thing. Everybody has been talking about. I've never seen so much outrage. This is one of the problems with America. There's been so much outrage about the squirrel. Now, before anyone gets mad, oh my gosh, yeah, it's horrible, the squirrel. No, it's absolutely horrible. It's horrible. Where's PETA? PETA takes all this money from all these gullible people that keep giving and giving and giving. Oh, I'm sorry. PETA only takes care of the cat that's only 50 years old. It lives in the same cage, and every time you see it, it's got the, it's can't even meow. Ears tore off. In the arms of the angel, we scam people. Yeah, where are these people at? How about if you want rights for dogs and cats, how about make it equal rights for them? Be like America. Equal rights for all animals, including your hamster, including your mouse, including your snake. But there's so much outrage over the squirrel. I get it. Yeah, Peanut, Jimmy Carter's name. Yep. I get it. People's upset over it. They get it upset. But a squirrel? Where is the outrage about 325,000 kids that were smuggled and disappeared? Answer me that. Where is the outrage? I'm sick of it. Every time I flick on TikTok, oh God, the squirrel was euthanized and a raccoon. But no one says anything about 325,000 kids under Kamala Harris's watch that have been smuggled and disappeared, up and vanished like a frickin' fart in the wind. Gone. You may see one out of 50 posts about, oh, we got some kids. I mean, you see how quiet it's been here recently about that? Seriously, where's the outrage about these children? Where's the outrage about all these kids that have been raped and beaten and bruised and killed and whatever else you want to call it? Where is the outrage on that? So, you can hate me all you want for bashing the squirrel, literally bashing the squirrel. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't give a rat's tail about the squirrel. I give a rat's tail about the human life that has been smuggled and destroyed and sexually assaulted and all that in America. But we're so tired. Oh, God, I'm going to call and complain to my attorney general because I can't believe they've done it. Or whoever the frick you want to call over a damn squirrel. Over a squirrel. You tell me when the squirrel's life was more important than 325,000 children that have been missing now. Where is the outrage? Where's the freaking outrage? And you know what? I'll get some dumb ding-dong to send me an email or to make a comment tonight or tomorrow on my post and be like, or on my show and be like, I guess you're against the animals. It went way over your head, dumb dingling. How about the children that have, outside of the 325,000, how about the children in America that have up and been kidnapped, pushed into sex trafficking, sex slavery? How about the ones that have been killed? How about that? Because we're so worried. Oh, gosh. It's those squirrels, man. I mean, they just got a heart to them. I mean, they got a heart. They really do. Where I come from, we shoot those suckers and skin them and eat them. Same with the rabbits. Now, not the raccoons. Make cats out of those. But there's nothing. I mean, I've seen so many videos, and I'm understand it was their pet. I understand that their heart's into it. They're crying. But we have people in America that have been sexually assaulted, abused, sex trafficked, all this, and no one says crap about that. I have a serious problem with that. And as America, those of you that want to make America great, you should have a problem with that too. But at the hands of the Harris-Biden administration, this has went on.
Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman. Unfortunately, I am here because of a tragic circumstance, a heinous crime committed here in Nassau County by an illegal immigrant who should not have been in this country.
Stop. Should have not been in this country. This is just a few days ago. Or someone says, oh, that's old news. It ain't old news, Jack. It's just a few days ago. Where's the mainstream media on this one? Okay. Why does it take me talking about it? Because your mainstream media is too busy pushing the narrative of Kamala's winning.
Unfortunately, it ended in a circumstance where a 5-year-old girl was raped. 5 years old. Apparently, this individual, who is under arrest now due to the fine work of our Nassau County Police Department, entered this country at the age of 16 in 2014. That individual was detained at the border and given a hearing date and never showed up for that hearing date. That individual was part of the catch and release program that still goes on here in the United States. And as we've seen far too many times.
All right. I'm going to say this. It'll be brutal. It'll be brutal. I'm just telling you. Hold your ears, those of you who don't like it. Put him in general population and tell everybody what he's done. Tell everybody what he's done. I am sick of these stories. 5 years old. Those of you that have kids, you remember when your kid was 5 years old? Those of you that have daughters, remember when your little girl was 5 years old? Can you imagine the mental and physical damage that has been done to a 5-year-old kid, little girl, by a freaking monster that should have not been here to begin with? I cannot even, I can't, I have to be very careful here. I can't tell you what I really feel. But what I hope is they put him in general population, tell everybody what he did, and let him have him. Let him have him. Because if DC saw him, be the last person that saw him. I'm not condoning anyone to go kill anybody at all. But if you come in America and you start raping little kids, you're illegal to begin with. There are 3 people that's absolutely responsible for that. One is the perpetrator. Yep. The second one is Joe Biden. The third one is Kamala Harris. Well, let me rephrase it. It's going to be Kamala Harris and then Joe Biden because she was over the border, supposedly. Those 3 dirtbags need all stuck in general population. All 3 of them. Let everybody know what they've done. Let them have it. Let them have it. Come back in a week. Turn off the intercoms and let it go. Come back in a week and check on them. See if they need anything. Prison systems don't do anything to child rapists. Yeah, they do. It depends on where you're at. And you know what? And say the prison says it wouldn't do anything. I guarantee there's a lot of prisoners that would do something. And if they don't, then I'll tell you what we do. Let's just have a thing called Hunger Games. Stick them out in a big old field in Texas and let good old boys go hunt them down like they do these animals. Can you believe I'm saying that? It's just horrible, DC. Can't believe you'd say something like that. Just horrible. No, it's not horrible. Bible talks about an eye for an eye. How about that? I have to be very careful because I could be so crude. So crude that it would probably shock the poop out of every one of you. I believe an eye for an eye. And if he's going to viciously do that to a little girl, someone needs to take a broomstick and do it to him. And yep, I said it. And I don't back down from that. Because the problem with America is we've accepted it. Well, let's just give that person let's get him healthy again. And let's get him some mental help. So that'll help him. That kid will never, it'll be the grace of God. But if not, never be the same. You have stolen the innocence. You have stolen everything. And people like that have no room to even breathe the air that we breathe. Biden, Harris administration is responsible for that. On a positive note, I saw where there's a group of people praying over the election in the White House. It was thousands of people. Thousands of people. I love it. I love it. It's called coming together for the better good, even though we have whack jobs coming into America and hurting our kids. And then you know what? The perfect example is that bozo that's been in the White House. You know, Mr. Sniffy Pants, likes to sniff everybody's kids. That dude. Sniff everybody's kids and tell Donald Trump and his supporters he'd like to smack them in the ass. Smack them in the ass. What a piece of crap. What a piece of crap. But the good news is they're about to exit pretty soon. No matter what you believe and what you think, we are heading, we're going to head for some rough, what do they call it there? Can't think of it now. Jeez. Turbulence. A little bit of turbulence. But I'm not even worried about a little bit of turbulence. I'm not worried about it. I keep telling you, I do not believe that all the fences, and I saw Kelly Brady, or Nancy Drew, whatever the heck you want to call her, saw her up today live, and she was going around D.C. and and the thing is she's sitting. I'm not saying anything bad about her because I love her stuff. She said she hasn't seen anything yet of the place has been boarding up, but yet I've actually got it posted on my TikTok also, where you can see it where there's a guy's riding around, and he is showing you. Did it last week too. We just put it on the show. He's going around, and there is places being boarded up, anyway, so, but I believe that, of course, you got National Guard. It's on standby in Washington State and Oregon, Nevada, and other places for potential election unrest. Let me stop here. I can now give you some intel about this. Now, before anyone says, well, why now? I will tell you right now. There is a deputy sheriff that listens to this show. And I have had contact with him because he was asking me, hey, we're being told this. And after I've kind of figured out who he is and I know he's legit, then I said, here's what we're getting. It's not it because do you realize there's stuff going around saying that the police they're going to lose all their powers. Not when this happens. This has been like the past 2 weeks. They were saying this. And I told him, it's like, that's fake. That's false. It's not true. So wherever they're getting it from, somebody's lying. They're just trying to scare you all. And I reiterated to the sheriff, hey, you all have more power if the feds come in, start their crap on people. You have power to send them home. I don't see them doing that. I don't see the feds coming in and doing anything to people. Because the intel is this. When they're saying Oregon, Nevada, Washington State, the reason why is because there are a lot of sleeper cells there. And there has been a rumor that the day after the election, they could possibly be called up and try to do something. That is not a fear tactic. That is a truth tactic right there. And so I notified these sheriff's departments about this. So yes, you're hearing it first here. It is public now. It's not something that someone, it's just made up. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I have sheriffs to verify this. Because they were being told that they're about to not have this and not have that. And if the 2 weeks before the election, they weren't going to have any powers. It was going to be taken away and given to, whatever else. I can't read. I don't even know where their email's at now. I went the first one. But, and I'm not telling where he's from and his name and all that stuff because there's been a ton of them. I'm saying this. These barricades, the National Guards, all these different things that are being called up and put on standby, put on ready mode. When you're doing training for your firearm, You go into ready mode. What's ready mode? Means you're unholstered, you're locked and loaded, but your gun is pointing down and you're in position, ready to move. That's where we are. In case. Now, if something like this would happen, the Democratic Party would say, it's an insurrection. It's an insurrection again. I want you to hear me loud and clear. There will not be a Republican insurrection. There will not be a Republican insurrection. If you go there to D.C. after the election, if there's going to be people down there. I'm just going to tell you right now, there's going to be people down there. But if you go down there looking for trouble, you're going to find it. And it doesn't matter if you're standing there drinking a coffee watching. They're going to say, you brought a coffee bomb or something stupid. The best place you can be is in your home or at your work and doing your life. Because it's not so much as, yeah, you're going to have Kamala people crying around, it's a fraud. I was going to post something last night, but I'm waiting for today to tell you. I'll tell you towards the end of the show because it's all good. But with all these, the barricades going up, the fences going up, Kelly Brady showed it all. They're everywhere. There's no way to deny it. I know there's going to be other people say that we're about to go into all the doom and gloom, and that's fine if that's what they want to do. If another podcaster or whatever wants to say that, or whoever, somebody on TikTok or whatever, more power to them. I'm not here to debate them. I'm here to give you my point on this and what I know. I do not believe we're going to go into a J6er with Republican people again. We're not going to be set up. Hopefully we freaking learned our lesson. Hopefully we learned our lesson, and hopefully we can see that, hey, we're going to be okay. But, like I was talking with the sheriffs, and this is over 2 weeks now. Over 2 weeks we've been talking about this, and it's just now to where I can talk to you about it because we're at the election. Is after the election, they were saying that the intel was that they were going, these people that have been let in by Kamala Harris may try something. If they do, it is not make America great. It is not patriots. But I'm going to tell you this. If they come knocking on your door, it's a threat. They're not coming to bring you 1 cup of coffee or hot chocolate or, I brought your newspaper in. No. After the election, sit back and watch. Watch. Listen. Pay attention. If something would break off, we're not going to be a part of it. There's some of us that will have to be a part of it. And the reason why I'm saying it too is I'm not sure this week. I'm thinking next week. I'm not sure this week what entails for me. What entails what I'm going to do. I've had a lot of people say, well, if you were part of this team or that team, you wouldn't be on the radio. It's amazing how people will criticize you for bringing your voice out and then say that you can't have a job. People are not used to people like me. My grandpa was like me. He'd wake up in the morning, he's ready to rock and roll. Get things done. Do it. He's trying to lay down and go to sleep. His mind's still on his phone or back then he didn't have a phone, but a notebook. Be writing stuff down. Getting stuff going. Go to sleep and still be dreaming about the stuff he's got to do. Because they're a real, believe it or not, there's real men in this world and how to multitask. And not only that, they get things done. And just because I'm on here 2 hours out of the day sometimes, doesn't mean that's all I do. Don't be deceived at all. But coming closer. I mean, tomorrow, y'all been waiting for this for 4 years. We all have. Got 9 hours and 41 minutes and 37 seconds now until we kick the Democratic Party right in the groin. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. There's going to be speed bumps. There's going to be turbulence. There's going to be all these things. Yeah. We have to be calm. We just can't. And I can't even, I try to stress that so much. Be calm, be calm. It does no good for you to freak out if you see something crazy. Doesn't do good. But to get where we're supposed to be, to get where we're going, these are parts of the battle, guys. These are parts of the battles that, these are parts of the battle that we just had to get through. Someone says, I heard that the banks will be closed tomorrow, even though there is no holiday. Very interesting. It is, because I contacted my bank and they're all open. So, that is interesting. Maybe your bank is just a weakling. I don't know. What we will see in the next 24 hours, 48 hours, we'll say that, 48 hours. You're going to see a lot of scare tactics. You're going to see a lot of ups and downs. And tomorrow I will be live my normal time, and then we'll go off. I'll go do what I got to do and take care of things. And then later on in the evening, I will be back on. Be back on to cover stuff, talk about stuff. We'll be taking some phone calls from our guardians, and you guardians should have gotten your information. And yes, Monica, I will be on tomorrow. Guardians, you should have gotten your information so you know what's in there. And it stays within you all. And those of you that didn't get the newsletter with all the information in it, you need to email the station and let them know. You didn't get dc@eiobn.com. Let them know you didn't give them the correct information. And here's the thing, is some of you don't realize it, and you may think, well, but this is just a guy that just does his thing and that's it. No, because what I randomly do is I call our guardians and thank them personally for what they do and the sacrifices they make to make this voice be heard and continue on. So that does happen. Very, very in tune with the listeners and the people that support this movement. We're grateful for that. Someone asked about Q drops and all that stuff. There are no deltas until November 6th. And you can read into that if you want to, but November 6th, 6th and the 11th month. Okay. So you got the 11th month plus the 6th, which is November 6th, right? Think about that. Think about that. November 6th is when the next delta's coming out. You got 11 November plus 6. The 6th equals 17. We're on the right track. We're on the right track. One of the drops that was given was, I think it was, can't even think of the name of it now, or the number on it. But anyways, it says personal thanks to the BO, the bankers, and the anons who continually dedicated their time and all their energy to the great awakening. You guys, you are patriots. And the last part of that Q drop was the hard part is coming to an end. Y'all have been praying for this for 4 years. You said nothing's happening. It's been happening. I've been waking you up. And it's going to continue to happen in front of you. I am telling you 1,000%. The day is coming when your mainstream media will have no choice but to tell the truth. Oh, but I'm seeing we're in Pennsylvania. They cut the power off up there. And you see how many times you can get off track? If you stay focused focused on the right things, think about that. You stay focused on the right things, but we can't. We got, oh, but I've seen this, and this is really. We got to stay focused, because if we get our minds off of the prize, then guess what? We get doubt coming in, we get fear coming in. Oh my gosh, I saw. Oh gosh, one of the head pollsters, Mark Mitchell, he even said yesterday, he goes, Trump is poised to secure, listen to me, to secure a landslide victory that could resemble the Ronald Reagan's historic landslide win over Jimmy Carter in 1980. I 100% believe him. But then you have a couple goofballs that open up. It goes back to what I said earlier. People will say things. This guy, he opens up a TikTok, biz, shop, deals, and he puts a picture of a little bit of a clown. Well, you can already figure he's a piece of crap. And his post was this: MAGA dies. This is the other day. MAGA dies in 3 days. We will hunt all MAGA down. Boy, oh boy. Little does he know, I've already got the hunt on for him. Even though he's deleted his account, he can be found. When America gets to the place to where these people make threats, it's like Karate Kid, the first Karate Kid. Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi goes in the dojo with his boy. Gets in there and tells him wants to fight. And he says, no, not here. The odds are. And he goes, "Wow, you're a pushy little bastard." Yeah. Because how dare you come in someone else's dojo and drop a challenge and then leave, old man? No. Let's do it somewhere big where people can see that I'm going to kick your tail. When people like that realize that they can drop these challenges and these threats and act like no one's going to find them, that's, you know what? Donald Trump had the art of the deal, right? Mine is the excitement of the find. He'll find you. I'm going to play you something. It's kind of interesting. I found Joe Biden. This was before someone emails you, "Oh, that's old." Yeah, we know it's old. I want to remind you something here. So this is the election the first time, and he's talking, and someone's asking, "Hey, do you think Donald Trump should really be able to run?" And I want you to listen to this response, because I'm going to say something to you here. It's going to blow you away. Just listen.
Serious candidate does. So we knew.
Sorry about that.
Does he deserve a chance to govern?
Sure he
after
does.
50 days?
That's exactly why you haven't seen the president on any of the shows. I mean, if I was able to charge, you guys would pay me a lot of money to come on the shows. Not a joke. That's why you haven't heard anything from us about that. He deserves a chance. And in fairness to him, this is a man, in my view, who understandably, like all the press thought, didn't think he was going to win. We had 9 months out. We put together a team that John Podesta headed up, a transition team. So and by the way, the same thing that George W. Bush did when he ran this against Al Gore, the same thing that Papa Bush did, the same thing that Bill Clinton did, the same thing every serious candidate does. So we knew if we won who we were going to ask to do what A, B, C, and D, what were our priorities were going to be, how we were going to hit. In fairness to him, I don't think there's thought to be any necessity to do that. So he's really playing catch-up ball. He should be given a chance.
Okay. So out of the buffoon's mouth, he was saying, "Hey, Donald Trump deserves a chance." He got his chance and he won, and he's going to do it again. We're pushing. Okay, this is exactly what I was talking about here. I wasn't going to touch on this, but go ahead. I got some more time here. When I was talking about people say things, and, well, let me just play it first, okay? I have nothing against this person. I just trying to prove something to you.
Hey, Patriots. Adam Newbold here in Ohio. Yep, it is me. Got a haircut, shave the beard.
Good for him.
But me nonetheless, tonight, NASA is making an announcement. At 10 p.m., they are making an announcement. What will this be? We are less than 2 days from the election. And so NASA is going to make an announcement. Will it be that Apophis, the asteroid, the meteor is heading our way and going to strike Earth? Will it be that aliens are announcing themselves and making contact with human beings? What will NASA's announcement be? Their important announcement just a day before the election. Certainly something to help bolster the need for martial law. We have a podcast coming out tomorrow. Be sure to watch that.
Okay, so my point was this. This was a couple of days ago. NASA's coming out with a big announcement. Could this be it for martial law? I'm not downing that person. I'm just saying you got to have some good intel, guys. Just got to have some good intel. Jamie Raskin, let the people, his statement, let the people vote for Trump if they want. We're not going to certify the election anyways. So he may be elected, but we're not going to let him get inaugurated. That's his statement. And good for him. But today, let's listen to this one here. This is good stuff here. You know what I'm saying? Great stuff.
Congressman Raskin, is it true that you are planning your own insurrection if Trump wins tomorrow? Is it also true that you were a red diaper baby, just like Steve Bannon said you were? How long was your father a communist, Congressman Raskin? No comment for the citizens?
So he runs away. What it was, he was coming out of court, and Congressman Jamie Raskin, he loses his case. So he don't want to, if there's an insurrection, it will be a Democratic insurrection against their own people. Period. Trump is, somebody put it under, he's financing his own transition team, and he is. And Make America Great goes beyond Trump becoming president and the economy and all that. He's actually got Kennedy and a couple other people, but they've actually got a website. It's called mahanow.org. It's Make America Healthy Again. It's not just about finances, guys. Not just about finances. It's not about that at all. It's about making you healthier, everyone better. And my gosh, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with it. There has been, let me see it. Okay, sorry. Somebody was sending me stuff here, trying to navigate through this. Eric Trump was talking about his dad's stamina and all that, and that's great. So I'm kind of reading a couple of chats here. I'm not doing a whole bunch, but a couple of people were talking about locals and all that. For those of you that have subscribed through locals, you need not to down or anything. I would unsubscribe to it. I wouldn't pay more to it, and I'd become a guardian instead. Because the guardian is what's going to open up the doors for you to have your own platform to where you can watch stuff without ads and commercials and all that good stuff, and other things like contact to the station and just a bunch of different things. And the other thing is they take about 95% of all the money that comes in through there. So we really never see a penny of that, which doesn't really help you, and it doesn't help us with what we're doing. So anyways, if you're through locals, I would unsubscribe and go to eiobn.com, go down there to donate, put in there you want to be a guardian, and do your donation there. That's where you can do it at. Anywho, so one of the best clips I've seen was Donald Trump, and he had, this was the United Nations. And the reason why I'm playing this is I want you to understand the heart. You know, if it was Kamala, she would be in front of the United Nations going, and I was raised in the woods with a bunch of wolves, and my parents were middle-class people, and it's a month. Not one time, it's a month. And they're like, oh, I was in the woods, and I lived in the branches, and we don't need that. What we need, people, is like what Donald Trump is here and what he says. I'm going to play you this. This is the last time he addressed the United Nations.
In the United States Constitution is its first three beautiful words. They are, "We the people." Generations of Americans have sacrificed to maintain the promise of those words, the promise of our country and of our great history. In America, the people govern, the people rule, and the people are sovereign. I was elected not to take power, but to give power to the American people.
That's right.
Where it belongs. In foreign affairs, we are renewing this founding principle of sovereignty. Our government's first duty is to its people, to our citizens, to serve their needs, to ensure their safety, to preserve their rights, and to defend their values. As President of the United States, I will always put America first.
And that's what we want. That's why we voted for him. And those that haven't will vote for him. So we want America first. Yes. Okay, sorry guys. The one thing too, I'll post this in a little bit on my TikTok. I was going to do it last night and I didn't do it. I wanted to hold off. Because I know there's a lot of fear mongering. There's going to be, I'm not downing no other podcasters. Don't anybody go and say that crap. I'm not going to do that. Yes, we're going to do a watch party tomorrow. I told everybody that earlier. Yeah. You need to put your name, address, email, and phone number in the comment. Yes, that's what you do to be a guardian. Tell me you want to be a guardian, and somebody will do that. And also, those of you that did not receive the newsletter, you need to email them back and tell them, hey, I didn't get it. Here's my correct information, because something you either fat fingered or typed in was wrong. But yeah, so what you're going to hear, here we go. I'm going to prepare you for this, because this is big. This is big. Is in the next 24, 48 hours, we're going to be in a big fight. We're going to be in a big old, you'll hear all kinds of stuff. I still believe that we are ahead of this game, and we're going to win this thing. We're going to win. We're going to win it. We're going to win it. Not without a fight. But including that, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you the worst scenario right now. The worst scenario would be that they cheated and everything. And Donald Trump comes out and says, they've cheated again. We're screwed. Do not panic. It's not going to happen, but I'm just telling you this because I want to put this in your ear. Don't let the media scare you. Don't let the polls with all the results scare you. Washington, D.C. Is boarding up, not because of a patriot insurrection at all. They're not. They're boarding up for something bigger than that. And that one word, the one word that is, you all ready for this? It's just one word. They're not boarding it up because of the insurrection of patriots. They're boarding it up because of one word. Brunson. Here it comes, baby. It's coming. It is coming sooner than you think. Couldn't come soon enough. I'm telling you, it's about to get really, really good. Hang tight. I'll be out tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll catch y'all tomorrow at 1 o'clock and be back later in that evening for a election party. Have a great day. We win. DC out.